Hey guys, so I saw the Dark Knight trilogy as shown in my video on Batman Begins at the movie theater. So let's just kind of hop right into this one because even though I'm filming these all on the same day, I'm going to be premiering them on different days because I'm kind of starved for content and I want to keep the channels consistent, you know? Don't have like 3 videos on one day and then like no video for 2 weeks. That always happens. So after the great Batman Begins, people are like, okay, where do we go from there? Christopher Nolan completely surpassed everybody's expectations. I was only 5 when this movie came out, so I didn't exactly see it when it came out. I think I was a little too young for that, but I remember the hype. This movie had hype. This movie really goes into the psychology of the characters. I think even more than the first one. It shows like why villains are the way they are. It really goes into their motives rather than just being cackling evil people. It goes into like Batman's just how all the injustice in the world could slowly creep onto him, get under his skin, why he has to do something about it. It really goes into that. And whether or not Gotham is worth saving, whether people are still good, stuff like that, a lot of questions. So like I said, Cesar Romero and Jack Nicholson are great jokers, but Heath Ledger completely blows it out of the park. He's so much more than just a cackling, I'm evil, ha ha ha. He's so spontaneous, like yet calculating at the same time. You never really know what he's gonna do next. It's just very intense performance, very kind of scary performance. He's also charismatic, and there's a couple moments in the movie where he does make me laugh a little bit. Just the way he talks, it's very kind of darkly comedic. Like the scene where Jim Gordon gets promoted, and he's like pretending to be happy for him. It's just so funny, but also really kind of disturbing and creepy. He is very good at manipulating people. He himself is crazy, but he's able to make the rest of Gotham as crazy as he is, which is probably the scariest part of him as a villain. This movie has everything. It has like romance, action, drama, suspense, horror, comedy, very psychological movie. I love these movies that make you think about it. Very much a psychological thriller and like study on human nature. Of course, a mystery. Christopher Nolan, like I said, is a great director. I've seen 6 of his movies now. I think I've seen 8 of his movies now. Only 2 of them I didn't like, so it's pretty consistent. But if you like the intensity of Batman Begins, you'd totally love this one. And yes, it is about a man dressed up as a bat fighting a man dressed up as a clown, but the fact that it's so intense and the characters take it so seriously, you're like, you know what? It could happen. Maybe not in 2008, but it definitely could happen now. Bruce is kind of, letting go of his romantic attachments to Rachel because he has to focus on being the Batman. So she kind of rebounds him to Harvey Dent, who is kind of like a public version of Batman. He is the DA, and he's very good at his job, locking up criminals and stuff. He's kind of a shining beacon to the city, and everything's going great until the Joker shows up and kind of ruins everything. You know, he's he fucks with Two Face. Well, Harvey Dent turns him into Two Face. He's obsessed with getting Batman to reveal himself. He's always playing mind games with Commissioner Gordon, who is very well acted in this movie as well. And it's a threat that Gotham City has never seen before, which is interesting because Gotham City is known for their threats. They're basically like the Chicago of, DC, which is kind of cool because they filmed a lot of it in Chicago. And as somebody who lives very close to Chicago, it's kind of cool to just sit back and say, I've been to that place, I've been to that place, I've been to that place. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of cool. So the Joker, he says he's the classy villain that Gotham needs. Batman is the hero that Gotham doesn't deserve, but the hero that Gotham needs, or whatever they said. Joker's like, Batman, you complete me. We're meant for each other. Like, it gets intense, man. So while Commissioner Gordon has the Joker locked up, it's all just a big distraction so they could kidnap Harvey and put him in one place, and Rachel put him in the other place. And he pulls a good old trick on them, and says, "Oh, Rachel's heel and Harvey's heel," but it's really the opposite. So unfortunately, Maggie Gyllenhaal blows up. Very sad scene, very unpredictable scene because you don't expect things like this to happen in superhero movies. My sister was watching it with me and she was shocked. Like she saw the movie a long time ago, but she kind of just forgot it happened. So that was kind of cool. Even after all these years, it's still pretty shocking. And yeah, kind of makes Harvey Dent a little cuckoo in the head, and he turns into Two-Face. So he doesn't die a hero like Rachel did. He lives long enough to see himself become the villain. What foreshadowing, man. If only his name wasn't Harvey Dent, then none of us would have seen that coming. Aaron Eckhart does a great job as the villain. He's very overshadowed by Heath's kind of manic energy, but Aaron Eckhart is a very good villain as well. I really understand why he became Two-Face and like his pursuit of vengeance. Playing by the rules didn't really get him anywhere. So now he just kind of goes crazy. Like all of his ideals he has lived with, he realizes that it doesn't always work. So he goes in the complete opposite direction. Just a complete mental breakdown. Though if I was him, I would have just fucking killed the Joker when I had the chance. I don't know why he didn't do that. Clearly, the Joker had a hand in Rachel's death, but whatever. 2000s are known for the great movies, but I think The Dark Knight is something very special. It came out in a year of great movies. It completely just surpassed everybody's expectations. It's just as good today as it is 15 years ago. It has all the emotion of the first one, but heightens up the intensity and suspense, which, makes it even better in my opinion. Though the first one is very good as well. It's kind of hard to compare these movies. I just consider it one big epic. Um, so yeah, great job to everybody involved. Rest in peace to Heath Ledger. Gary Oldman's scene at the end, where he's facing off against Two-Face when he's starting his family. Just great acting now by Gary Oldman. He takes the cake, I think. Michael Caine's brilliant as Alfred as always, and Kristen Bale is the best Batman ever. I don't care. I mean, Robert Pattinson did pretty good, but nobody beats Kristen Bale. Sorry. So I'll see you guys next time. We'll be talking about The Dark Knight Rises. Let me know what you guys thought of The Dark Knight down in the comments below. And until then, peace.